how are you doing? Time for the Freaky Friday read. In this video, a 5-card pick-a-card reading from the Halloween Tarot by Karen Lee and Kipling West. An amazing deck. But first, I want to shout out two people in particular. Firstly, Lisa Yancey, thank you so much. You sent me this amazing, this very special cleansing kit. Sage Palo Santo, which they're both beautiful smells and they're both very spiritually effective. And this little piece of Washington clear quartz as well. I love these stones actually. They have a very high vibration and they are very cleansing, like almost like a tuning fork in crystal form actually. So that's actually been unboxed a little while ago because Lisa sent it while I wasn't making videos, while I was kind of ill. So anyway, thanks very much, absolutely beautiful. And I also want to shout out Sue Hope, who on YouTube is Sue with an X, with a little kiss there, and she very kindly sent me, and I've already sort of unboxed it a bit, she sent me this amazing candle here. It's a candle and it's got some rosemary with it as well. Let me just open it. It's a lovely ribbon on there. I'll pop that off if I can. Very nicely done and tied up and everything. Hang on a second. There we are, I'm in. So real nice natural materials here. It's sort of Hessian ribbon. I've never seen a Hessian ribbon like that before actually. Beautiful thing. And also this, it's made with love. And it's got a little heart charm on it as well, saying made with love. So wonderful. Sue does everything with love actually. Okay, so we've got some herbs here, some lavender and rosemary, I believe. I haven't opened that yet. I'm only just opening it now for the first time. And also, what have we here? It is a candle in a can. And we've got some more nice jute cord here. And look, there's a hand charm as well. Very sort of fitting. And is the camera going to focus? Go on. Yeah, it has. Very sort of fitting charm for someone like me, that. And here we have the candle, which is handmade with love. And I believe Sue makes these. Very special indeed. And look at that, guys. I'm not going to light it live because the candle flame kind of takes over the light and it becomes impossible to see. But look at that lovely tin candle. It's got a smell all of its own. So I'll be lighting that one a little bit later when darkness falls, because today is November the 5th. And I don't know if you guys get into this in the States and Canada, but we certainly do in UK. It's the anniversary of Guy Fawkes Night. And Guy Fawkes was a guy who a very long time ago attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And unfortunately for him, he was caught at the last minute. And I suspect, unfortunately for the rest of us, because then as now, the House of Commons, our House of Parliament, basically our government body, building, houses a lot of very bad people, and they're not doing great things at the moment. They've actually just spent 6 million British pounds, which comes to a lot more in dollars, about $8 million, maybe a bit more than that, on one big illuminated sign. It's just a lighty up arch. It's very nice, but I don't know, it costs 6 million when there are people going hungry and order. Anyway, bit of politics there. Right, let's take a quick break and then we will do our 5-card Halloween Tarot Freaky Friday reading. So are you ready for this? Here are the 5 cards. I've had a shuffle and I've pulled out 5. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So you can pick any one of those you like. You can pick all of them. You can pick any combination. It's up to you. You'll get the right ones, I'm sure, because you'll be your own psychic, basically. Some of us try to develop as psychics and, you know, some of us don't. But at the same time, every human being has got something psychic going on within them somewhere. So pick the one that jumps out at you, or maybe even pick all 5. That is not a bad way to go. 5-card spread gives you, it's surprising actually how much direction you can get out of a 5-card spread. It really is. Anyway, let's turn over card number 1. Here it is, Card number 1, it is the Four of Pumpkins. In other words, the Four of Pentacles. This is just the Halloween deck version of the Four of Pentacles, really. So there's that connection here to the physical world, because Pentacles are all about the element of Earth, the signs of Leo, Sag and Aries, the earthy signs. No, they're not, sorry, the signs of Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Don't know why I said the fire signs. There's not a lot of fire going on in this card, but it is very earthy. And this guy is so grounded that he's actually turned into a vegetable man. And there's an ancient German tradition of making people out of vegetables to underline that very important thing, that very point of keeping things grounded and keeping things steady. So here he is, and he's sowing 4 pumpkin seeds into the ground. And the message there really is to plant seeds for future harvests, for future success. Now is a good time to do that. It's not a great time in the Northern Hemisphere for planting seeds to actually grow a harvest of vegetables or flowers or anything else from nature, because nature is shutting down. And we are right on new moon at the moment, actually. This is just a few, well, maybe about sort of 14, 15 hours since new moon. So there's a real new moon vibe with this particular Friday spread that we're doing here. So newness, but you know, if you think of everything that's going on in your life and not just the whole art of nature, to be really grounded, you do need to always be planting the seeds of what you're going to do next. It keeps the flow of life going. It really does. And this vegetable man here has earned his crown. He's got a crown on there. Can you see that? He's wearing a crown and he's earned that crown. There's a spiked stony fence, a block fence really, and it's got spikes coming out of it, and it's obviously a very thick concrete wall, and that symbolises the need for protection, because with earth energy we think of grounding, and protection always goes with grounding. Maybe you need to call in protection for yourself, for your property, your possessions, but maybe spiritually too. It's never a bad idea to call in that grounding and protection energy. You can never have too much of it. So this is an ambitious kind of a card. It shows forward thinking, and it shows that you know, working diligently and having, you know, caring about things, being thoughtful about things, succeeds so much better than just empty displays of power. Couldn't help think of North Korea there, actually. But yeah, you know what I mean? They're all sort of all mouth and no trousers, as it were. No getting things done, just displays of power. This is also about stability, prosperity, material success that is hard-earned. It could also represent a miserly person in your own life, or maybe you're sort of hoarding things a bit too much for the future. And you know, it's always good to keep using stuff when you've got lots of supplies in them. I've got a lot of food stashed away. It's my like doomsday prepper's food stash, and occasionally I will actually eat some of it and then replace it, because otherwise it'll just all go to waste. And there is an analogy of what the Four of Pumpkins, the Four of Pentacles, is all about. So friends, did you pick that one? Let me know which cards you picked in the comments below. It's always good to know, and it helps to keep our spirit guides all synced up. Card number 2 is this one here. It is a bat card this time, in other words a sword card. It's the Six of Swords. I'm sure you'll recognise that image there, but really in this deck it's the Six of Bats. Air sign energy, in other words, what are we saying? Yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm getting so mixed up with these different elements today, but it's the element of air. Gemini, Libra and Aquarian energy showing through here, big style. And the cat, with all its mystic abilities, is sitting at the front of the boat, and the cat is not bothered at all. The cat is quite happy to be at the front of the boat. The cat is trusting the journey. Is the person actually in the boat trusting the journey? Well, the journey is to be trusted. Now, this is a very positive bat card, sword card, and it signals moving forward and away from any troubles in your life. Most most particularly perhaps recent troubles, as it's the second card in the 5-card spread. There's a homecoming feeling about this, a journey to where you belong, you know, somewhere you really kind of need to be or somewhere you belong. New opportunities coming here as well. And once your destination is in sight, your pace and your energy will pick up. But you do need to make yourself safe by preparing for what might come along the way, because this isn't the shortest of journeys here, but it is very, very much the way forward. This card is about better times ahead. It's about taking a journey, and it's about taking strong action to overcome whatever difficulties may be showing up in your life. And as number 2 in the spread, it's kind of a staging point to get to the rest of the journey. We have card number 3 coming your way now. What is it? It is, in fact, Major Arcana this time. It's number 15 from the Major Arcana. It's the Devil, and of course it's linked very closely to Capricorn energy for that reason. So the meaning here really is, you know, it's so easy to create our own demons, isn't it? I think we do it all the time. I know I do it. Well, maybe not all the time, but it's certainly a fact of life that we create our own demons. And this lady demon here is having a Halloween party. She's got a blue dress on. She's having some fun, and she's got smaller demons attached to her in the form of babies. Actually, in the more traditional card, the Devil often has like smaller demons attached to him by ropes. But these are babies, and they could easily get away. In fact, one of these babies is actually about to get away. This one here has just about slipped out of the ribbon, because she's only holding them with ribbons. So this shows that you can actually get away from your demons. You can actually make that move. You can escape. And this is the center card of this reading. This is the heart of the matter of what this reading is about. Most particularly if you picked all 5, and most particularly as well, of course, if you picked this one. So this is about being a slave to your own desires. Self-indulgence comes up here. It shows that there's temptation in the air, and there's always some temptation going on, friends. No getting away from that. It's part of life. It really is. But what you have to avoid is using power in the wrong way, and avoid people who use power in the wrong way, in an unethical way, so to speak. It's about avoiding responsibility, and it shows a lot of discontent. Quite a negative card in some ways, and we had such a positive card before with the 6 of bats, the 6 of swords there. But this is life, you know, it goes up and down. There are positives, then there are negatives, then there are positives again. The most important thing is not to kind of get into a mental position where things have gone wrong and you don't believe they can ever go right again. Things only go wrong as a kind of a lesson. The universe throws nothing at us that we aren't ready to handle. So what is the universe throwing at us, friends, for card number 4? Let's bring it. Oh, it's a reversed one this time. It's the Knight of Ghosts, and it's reversed. So the ghost suit in this deck represent cups, the element of water, of course Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces being the water signs, and we do have a new moon in Scorpio at the moment, although it is actually about to move on into a new sign a little bit later today as I'm making this video on, remember, the 5th of November. But here we go, he's reversed. Let's take a look at him the right way round, just so we can kind of see the energies we're dealing with here. He's a well-armoured knight, and being this suit, the suit of ghosts, the suit of cups, the water signs, there's a feeling of emotions, fluidity, water and dreams about this. And this guy is a dreamer who fights the pressures of life. He's thoughtful, he's imaginative, and he is on a mission. He's also something of a messenger. You see the bat wings growing out of his hat there, or his helmet. It looks more like a helmet there, but maybe there's a message on its way. The future could be rough, but he's got a guardian ghost with him there. Look, there's a happy ghost there, guarding him and leading the way there as he goes forward into the world with his message. But this is a reversed version of the Knight of Ghosts, so let's see what that means. Really, this could represent an insensitive person. It could represent the risk of you becoming insensitive. But if you ever do, that is just the result of being exposed to other insensitive people in this world. So do not blame yourself. But insensitive, unthinking, an idle, aggressive, negative kind of a person may be coming into your life at this time. Just be wary of messages. Be aware of propositions and invitations. Be aware that they might not be everything they seem. They might possibly be going to lead you in the wrong direction. So there is the Knight of Ghosts reversed for card number 4. And this only leaves us with our outcome card. So what have we got here? Let's find out. It's the 8 of Bats. In other words, the 8 of Swords. We've got another bat card, sword card. Element of air again. Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Wow, I remembered it this time. And here we've got the old familiar 8 of Swords image. This lady looks like an Egyptian mummy, and she's kind of tied up to something that she could get away from, because the bats are actually trying to pull the ribbons away from her. So you know, she could move on forward, especially with a bit of thinking, because there's always some heavy thinking going on when the swords are around, and she's wondering really what to do. Does she just stay there and wait passively, or does she wait actively and actually try and make something happen, make some progress? The feeling here is one of crisis. It's a feeling of imprisonment, but imprisonment with eventual freedom, and imprisonment tends to be like that in this world. So if you're feeling caught up, if you're feeling you cannot move at the moment, be aware, friends, that freedom will come to you, particularly if you grab it with both hands, or if you go after it, find it and then grab it with both hands, as you undoubtedly will be able to. There's also a feeling that this lady is frozen in indecision, and she's in fear of running away from what could be a pretty bad situation. And also, in a much gentler way, this is just about restrictive surroundings, and I think we all find ourselves in restrictive surroundings from time to time. So there is our spread for today. Thanks very much for watching, friends. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button, and big thanks to all of you who have already subscribed. It means the world to me, actually. Very uplifting when people do that, and it lets the YouTube algorithm, the feared algorithm, know that lots of people like this kind of video. It helps the whole tarot community, the whole psychic mystic community on YouTube, which is a big one and a very friendly one. If you haven't yet, do check out my coffee page. It's ko-fi.com/twig. Coffee spelled ko-fi.com/twig. I will leave a link to it down there in the description. That's a link where you can look at pictures of what's been going on in my life in recent times. I take photographs of Merlin's garden outside, as I do live in the land of Merlin. Very blessed to be here and very grateful and delighted to be here as well. So you can check that out. And also there is very soon going to be a coffee shop where I'm going to be selling, not coffee, unfortunately, but I am going to be selling beaded jewellery to start with, and then who knows, maybe handcrafted wooden things. I don't know. It's something I should have sorted out months ago, but then I went through that little bit of a difficult time that I went through in September, and it's just kind of slowed everything down. But pretty soon that coffee shop is going to open. I'm going to try and open it this weekend if I can. I've got a few bracelets ready to put on there, so do check it out. My Gmail address is down there. I'm going to be offering private readings again starting about a week from now, so if you'd like one, do get in touch with me. Meanwhile, have a fantastic time ahead, friends. Thanks again for watching. Take good care of yourselves. Love and light, blessings and peace.